So, very excited for BlizzConline because this is, and it's too bad it's not, in a way, it's not live in person this year because this is going to be the big Diablo year. So I may be setting myself up for disappointment, but we're going to find out. We got to take a look at first the rewards for the Blizzard Celebration anniversary packs that are coming out. Now, right now, I'm looking at a heroic pack because I'm only interested in the Diablo rewards, right? Like I'm only interested in Diablo rewards. I don't care really about anything else. Really cool what you get. I'm not going to go over everything for everything else, but what I am interested in is the pet for Diablo. It still says coming soon, and the portrait for Diablo coming soon, and then you're going to get wings for Diablo coming soon. So the reason why they got to be coming soon, in my opinion, and if the transmog is good, I'll get the $59.99. But you know, I've made more money in Diablo than I'll ever spend on Diablo 3, than maybe on Diablo ever in the whole entire genre, because when the real money auction house was up, I made about $500 something. So Diablo has paid for itself forever, I guess, if you look at it that way. But yeah, I think they're going to announce this at I don't know if it's going to be Diablo 4, if it's going to be some other Diablo theme that's going to happen, and then they're going to announce like, hey, okay, now here's the wings and everything you get for Diablo. So I'm assuming the reason why Diablo is coming soon, because nothing else is coming soon. I don't think. I think Diablo is the only thing here that says coming soon. And that's because they have some kind of big secret or surprise or theme that's going to be unveiled. It probably has to do, maybe, with, I'm going to guess it has something to do with Diablo 4. And we'll get into the other stuff that's going to happen, what I think Diablo was going to release at BlizzCon. But let's say they release like the Amazon, or they announce the whatever they announce, whatever the character is. They announce Necromancer, they announce Demon Hunter, they announce Amazon, they announce whatever it is. Then, you know, I think that then we'll see those be the theme here. What I thought we might see is I thought they might be Druid stuff, because, you know, Druid themed, because they had that stuff already in the game. But we also got to remember that in China, there's a whole bunch of stuff available in China that we haven't even seen and we don't even know about here unless we go look up, I don't know, videos on the game from China, because the China market for Diablo 3 is filled with purchasable cosmic type of wings and crazy wings and other things in Diablo 3. So, you know, maybe they're just going to grab something from there, but it really feels like it's themed and has something to do with something they're releasing at Diablo, at BlizzCon online on Friday and Saturday, so probably Friday. So that's probably when that will be unlocked, and then you'll know what you're getting, and you'll probably get it that day, I'm assuming. So I'm not even buying anything yet until I know what it is, because if it looks dumb, I still won't buy it, man. Even collection-wise, I still won't buy it. I mean, dude, I'm still searching for my Diablo Cosmic Wing, so I mean, nothing's completed anyway for me at all, and I don't know, I don't care as much about that. I care more about finding special wings and stuff like that. But, you know, I probably will buy them, though, unless they're really bad. They'd have to be pretty piss poor for me to not want to buy them. I also kind of want to support the game, so I probably will definitely buy the heroic $39.99 pack, because I just want to support what I've been playing for years for free. But if there is a good transmog, I will go up to the epic pack, which is the only thing that you get extra here as far as Diablo goes, is transmogs. So if you're into all the other stuff, I mean, right now Hearthstone, I barely ever play Hearthstone, but I do like Hearthstone on the phone once in a while, and on the PC once in a while I hop on and blah blah blah, I play a little bit. You know, I don't really play Overwatch anymore. I don't play WoW since, you know, really 2010 or 9 or something. So really it's all just about Diablo for me. Still playing Diablo 3. I still go back to Diablo 2 once in a while. And getting ready for Diablo 4. And Diablo Immortal, you know, Diablo Immortal at this point, I've already heard so much about it and watched so many people playing it, and I haven't been able to play it, that's actually irritated me, and it's made me kind of not care about Diablo Immortal at all. I went from hating Diablo Immortal to saying, you know what, it actually looks good. I hope that I can't wait till it comes out. It'll be something fun I can do when I'm leaving my room and I don't want to sit here anymore playing on a desktop. I can lay down, or I'm bored in bed, or I'm bored somewhere, and I can just whip out Diablo Immortal. Cool. That'll be really fun. But as the years go by of not being able to even try it or anything, it's become annoying. And now recently with having to watch everybody play it, all the streamers get to play it everywhere. And I'm just sitting here like, I signed up for this 2 years ago. Can we get a beta or like a little thing, something to play on my phone? I mean, all right, well, whatever. So I'm actually kind of annoyed by Immortal. And after watching everybody play it a whole bunch, I just kind of feel like, okay, that's all it is. All right. I'll probably download it and play it, maybe. But I'm at the point where there was a point where I would definitely pay a little bit to like do things in Immortal. I don't think I would ever do it now. So now I'm just kind of like, whatever. Sure, give me the Immortal news. I don't care. I'm sick of hearing about Immortal for 3 years and it's not out. So I'm just super annoyed by that. And I don't know. That's me. I'm sure you guys out there are like, what? You're crazy. Who cares? Like, I don't know. I'm actually sour on the whole thing at this point. But it's cool. I'm sure it'll be fun to play once in a while. Pick up a phone and play it a little bit. But, yeah, I probably won't do too much with it. Because let's move on to what I think is going to happen at BlizzConline. So I definitely think, number one, is that we're getting Diablo 4 juice. Diablo 4 juice. Example of that is new class reveal, which everybody knows this. There's going to be a new class reveal, probably almost 100%. I also would like to throw in that I would like to see a pre-alpha announcement too, potentially, like a date. Like, I also think, to add to that real quick, that there's also a possibility that we could actually potentially be allowed to play the demo that everybody played at BlizzCon when it was first announced. So I think it would be awesome if you could go download the demo, but then again, maybe they're afraid of coding and things getting found out and stuff like that. So I think it's less likely that you'll see that. I wish that we could get that we could get some kind of, that we could play the demo that everybody else got to play at BlizzCon years ago at Diablo 4. That would really be nice. I would really like that. I think that's less likely, so I left it off the list. But Diablo 4 juice, new class reveal, and pre-alpha announcement. So I think the pre-alpha announcement will be for, I think we will all get a chance to demo or play, or some people will get the chance to play an early alpha version of the game. I would say probably coming in December or early spring next year. That's what I believe. Potentially earlier. Maybe it's November. Somewhere in November to February. Some kind of pre-alpha or alpha availability. Or at least we'd all maybe potentially get the beta demo as well. Or the little demo that everybody got rather at the announcement demo. That's really all anybody really wants. Just play around a little bit with the mechanics and compare it. But yeah, so I don't know about all that, but I know that, Diablo 4, obviously we're going to get a lot of, I think, stuff about Diablo 4. Some of the modes that they could be thinking of, some more on the stats and the classes. I would like to hear about endgame specifically. I think they're going to go really in on everything, kind of rounding up what we know about D4 in the past year and a half, and sort of saying what they've changed about where they were. Like, here's what we announced originally, and here's what we changed since the last time, and getting that feedback and really going in on their new directions in Diablo 4 and current directions. And their class reveal will be the big fun thing at the end, I guess. And potentially that will be when you find out what you're getting with the Diablo 3 stuff, because then they can unveil that, hey, and by the way, when you buy the pack, Diablo 3 and all new blah, blah. So that'd be nice. I don't know how much they'll say about Diablo 3. Probably very little. I wish they would talk more about Diablo 3, but we'll get into that after. The next thing I think we're pretty much guaranteed for is the Diablo Immortal beta date. So you're going to get a beta date for Diablo Immortal when we can all test it and all play it on the phones. Now, ideally, if I was Blizzard, we talked about this last year, that they should say, hey, everybody, we know you guys have enjoyed maybe your favorite streamers playing the game and getting to watch Diablo Immortal, but now we'd like to announce that it is available, the beta is available for anybody who wants to try it out. You go online, you sign up your da-da-das, you know what I mean? We send you the code, and you'll have access to the beta for the entire week or for an entire 3 days, or everybody will get it's timed, or, whatever the case is. So I think we're going to get the Diablo Immortal beta date announced that we can actually play it. And if Blizzard was awesome, they would do it right now. They would say, guys, when this is over, it's going to be unlocked. You just have to go sign up real quick and put in your blah, blah, blah. So if that's not the case, then, you're at least going to get a beta date. Hey, everybody, March, April, May, you're going to be able to be a part of the beta. And then the game is looking to try to release for holiday 2021. Probably what's going on. In my opinion, I think it would have been better if the game would be out already, but whatever. It doesn't. But I definitely think you're going to get the Diablo demo or beta, or even the Diablo Immortal date that it's coming out. You're going to get some sort of date finally on Immortal of what's going on here. I'd be surprised if that didn't happen. So those are my two things there. Diablo 2 Remake is the next thing on the list. Now we're getting to the point where some of this stuff that I'm mentioning might not happen. We're getting to the point where if just those two things happen, we just get Diablo 4 juice, class reveal, what they've been doing, what they're going to be doing, the pre-alpha stuff, the Diablo Immortal stuff. At this point, I will be all right, I guess, with this. I would kind of feel like cool, like unless the Diablo 4 stuff was epic. Like if they really went into Diablo 4 and really gave us some insane stuff on Diablo 4 and a demo and all these other things, I mean, then you might see me be like, all right, Diablo 4, insane juice, Diablo Immortal, good stuff. Okay, cool, I'm happy with BlizzConline. But if it's sort of just pretty good with Diablo 4 and just a mention of the Diablo Immortal stuff and nothing really going there, and we don't get a third thing, I'm going to be a little disappointed boy, I'm going to tell you that. But if they announce the Diablo 2 remake, which is very heavily rumored, super heavily rumored, Vicarious Visions being in charge of this, they've been in charge of so many other things that are good. Are they in charge of a classic game for Blizzard, or are they going to be redoing something? Are they making a whole brand new game? I don't know. A Diablo 2 remake announcement with any kind of depth or information, or with any kind of date reveal, would make at this point, if this is all we got all this stuff you're seeing on your screen right now, my head would explode. My head would explode with happiness is what will happen. My head will I will come unglued from I will take off into outer space. If we get some pretty good information on the Diablo 2 remake, and we get an announcement that it's even coming out within the next year, I will, like all this stuff, I will go to the moon. So I think this is highly possible. Everything beyond this now that I'm about to say, I don't believe it's possible we're going to get all this. But if somehow we get everything that I'm about to mention here, jeez, like, dude, I will... I also think Blizzard, if I was a company, I would want to try to give people as much juice as I could because of COVID and the pandemic. And listen, you guys have been cooped up and all these other things. We want to just drop a bombshell on you guys. And besides, I mean, WoW doesn't have a ton of stuff. I think they're definitely gonna announce classic Burning Crusade, right? I think I don't remember. They're probably gonna announce classic something. It's probably be Burning Crusade, I think. So other than that, that's about it. I don't think there's too much going on for WoW. So Diablo, they're really putting all the chips down on Diablo here, I believe. So going forward after this, to put the cake, this is the icing on the cake. Diablo announcing their Netflix TV show. We heard that the TV show was happening. And I think if they don't announce it here, I mean, like, is it dead or is it not happening? You know what I mean? So an announcement of a Netflix show or series or TV show or whatever it is, I'm not the craziest about that, but I think it's cool. It's something I would watch. Not bad. But if I could take anything on this list over it, I would. But I do think that's the next possible thing. And then the final thing that I have is a big Diablo 3 update. Obviously, though, to them, they tend to avoid Diablo 3 for the most part. They don't talk about it, even when things happen. It's sort of just a game that stuff does happen with it, but even though it's in sort of maintenance classic mode and whatever it is, we have our seasons every month, every 5 months now that we're playing, and I love Diablo 3. I play it every day almost still. So I would love Diablo 3 content. So if they tell me what's coming up in Season 23, they tell me what cosmetics are coming to this Blizzard pack that I can purchase, and oh my God, if they ever said anything else, I mean, who would have thought that a couple Who would have thought that 6 months ago that we would find out that we're going to get the God DH and new sets for Necromancer and everything? Like, I mean, crazy. So what if they snuck in just a quick little, hey, guess what? Something's happening with Diablo 3 too. I mean, any sort of update to Diablo 3 would be amazing, or any kind of little news on it or whatever. If all of this stuff on your screen happens, all this stuff that I'm looking at right here happens, I will explode to the moon. Now, I think it's more likely that Diablo 3 like Season 23 and what's going to happen in Diablo 3. I think it's more likely that some of that stuff is announced separately on their Twitter or elsewhere, or a week later from now, like later on. But as a full Diablo fan, if you give me the update on the new season of Diablo 3 and then some of the things that are going on with Diablo 3 real quick, then you tell me quickly a Netflix show is coming, or maybe you save the Netflix show. That doesn't need to be there. And then you tell me there's a Diablo 2 remake. You tell me more about Immortal and when it's coming out. You tell me about the class reveal pre-alpha or any kind of date on Diablo 4, or just give me a load of Diablo 4 juice. I mean, you talk about, my family may have to pick me up from the hospital because I may have a heart attack. Okay? But if you get rid of these things and you really just get down to these only Diablo 4 juice and a little bit about Diablo Immortal, and yay, it's coming, and we're so excited, here you go, and here's the class, and blah, 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 and that's really it, well, that will be more expected, but sort of like, okay, cool, but wish it was a little more, even, so, but you hit me with that Diablo 2 remake and all these things. I mean, this will nail it for me right here, but if you throw the little icing on the cake of these two things, we're good to go. Anyway, guys, what are you looking forward to? I don't know. Then we're gonna get into Diablo 4 a whole bunch in my other videos. We'll talk more about Diablo 4. I'm still concerned about the game. I am somebody who really loves the idea of finding something insanely rare. I want the possibility to find stuff that's like super mega rare in the game, but I also want the ability to have so many different build ideas and things that you can do based on things you're finding, that it's super fun. Whereas in Diablo 3, it's just, oh, I found this. We've got to put it together this way. That's it. It's already built for me. Got to do it that way. But I've actually now fallen in love with Diablo 3 because Diablo 3 isn't about like stuff like, it's not like Diablo 2 or other games like that or Path of Exile. It's more about like, hey, a new season's out, cool, let's see who can race to get to the leaderboards or race to get their stuff built up the fastest and see how the little fun seasonal stuff triggers and how things work together. Okay, cool. Like, so I've kind of accepted that. I've accepted that Diablo 3 is almost like, it almost has like phone game vibes or like whatever. It's all about the mini seasons in Diablo 3. Nobody's playing Diablo 3, I don't think, to play their regular character. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But the other thing I like about Diablo 3 is every season, if I find a primal perfect weapon or item that I would use for my main character, I go on my main character and I stick it on my main character. And I hope someday my entire main character is full of primals that are perfect, and my character is just this perfect thing, and I have cosmic wings, which I still haven't found yet after all these years. And it's just a beautiful little thing to look at, and hopefully seasons are still fun to play here or there. And if that's the case, I'm happy because I'll still play Diablo 2, right? I still play Diablo 2. So I would still play Diablo 2 because that's just the best damn game ever. And I still play Diablo 3 because I have fun for the first couple of weeks of the season. It's so fun. But it's such a different game than Diablo 2. But I feel happy because I really am somebody who plays all the Diablos and enjoy all of them. You know what I mean? There's really nothing. I mean, Immortal, I'll probably pick it up and play it a little bit and be like, all right, cool, I'm bored. All right, I'm done now. 10 minutes, my neck hurts. Okay, put it down. Once in a while I go, hey, where's Diablo 1? I'm going to dig up Diablo 1 just for fun. That happens every like 6 years to me. Diablo 2, the randomness, the ability that feels like you're just creating this, you're kind of creating your own world in Diablo 2. It's that imagination that happens in that game is what's fun about it to me. Diablo 3 is fun because I just have fun every season for a couple 2 to 4 weeks is really fun to start the season. Everyone's hyped and it's a whole different game. And what I like is at the end, if Diablo 4 comes out and Diablo 4 ends up being some kind of a hybrid of Diablo 2 and 3, and hopefully then starts going in a new direction that, we don't even know about yet based on the community it creates and feedback, then we may end up with another variation of Diablo that's fun. And then, it will be fun for me to bounce around between all the different Diablos. I actually don't want it to be exactly like D2 or D3 because we've already got those games, and I would like to keep playing those games. But I would love another variation of Diablo that's also exciting. You know what I'm saying? I hope that... I don't know. I have all kinds of ideas for Diablo 4. It's so hard to put them all down. I am a little bit worried about the weapon damages and things like that just scales, and it's just the same thing. I'm really hoping for... I'm hoping for accomplishing things in the game really helps you with stats in many ways. But I'm also hoping that there's just so many items in the game and so many possibilities for just crazy items and really rare items to be found. And I really have been pushing the idea of temporary items. So in Diablo 3, you click a conduit, and the conduit activates for 2 minutes, and you get the special power. But I've really, really wanted to find something, maybe in Diablo 4, where it's like a crazy rare gemstone drops. At the same rate you find primals in Diablo 3, maybe a little bit harder to find. These gemstones or enhancement stones or something can drop, and they're rare. But, so if you play for 6 hours, you're probably going to find one, right? If you play for 6 hours, and when you find one and you equip it to an item or to whatever, it enhances whatever that item, weapon, or whatever, wherever you put it on your character. If you put it on the boots, it enhances the boots. You put it on your weapon, it enhances the weapon. You put it on whatever, it enhances whatever. And basically what I think would be cool is if it would enhance a characteristic on your item times 10. Right? So I'm just brainstorming random stuff here. But like, let's say you're wearing like these. Let's say you're wearing boots of perilous tread. When you put this rare gemstone that you found on, it's going to basically look at the boots of perilous tread. Elite damage reduction, 9% control duration bonus, 10% life, 18% life generation, 30% life speed, and elite kill, and whatever this thing does. So you decided to put it on that weapon, right? As opposed to putting it on, say, Vengeful Oak, right? Vengeful Oak is 299 weapon attack, whatever. This item would randomly attach to your item for a length of maybe 2 hours to 8 hours, right? Or 24 hours, or whatever it is. It eventually dies. And it randomly, at random, selects one of the things on your item. So it could be 4% critical strike chance. It could be very fast weapon. It could be 299 weapon attack. It could be 6% life on kill. One of these things is going to get times 10 whatever it is. Or maybe it would just be the entire item gets times 10 of whatever it has. Making you crazy, powered, or whatever. Maybe times 10's too much. Maybe times 2, 3, whatever. And I just think something like that could be exciting in the game. Where, if you play for 6 hours, you may find one, you may find two. And, if they're active, when you stop playing, the timer stops on them, and you still have 3 hours left to play with them. They run out of power or something like, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. These are just all these weird ideas to keep the game fun, interesting, and different. But what do you guys think? Anyway, I'm excited for what they're going to announce, like I said, and hopefully we'll get hit with all those different things that I talked about here. And if we get all of this on the screen, again, like I said, my head will explode. But what I expect is what you're seeing right there. What I expect is here, and I even am a little bit weary still about Diablo 2, but I do think that what you're seeing on your screen here is the most likely of what you're really going to get announced at the actual video event. So what's going to happen, we'll find out. What do you think? Leave all your comments, questions, opinions, rants down below and let me know, man. Evil Spectrum 3, and I'll see you at the end of the week. I'll probably see you on Friday reacting to all of this. I'm sure I'll either be live or I'll make a video. I'm sure I'll either be let down, or I'll be happy, or I'll be to the moon. Which one of those three things do you think is going to happen? Leave it in the comments below. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I hope you subscribe if you're new, by the way.